can Jalen Hurts be an elite passer at the college level? And he said no. He said no. And what my question to you is what can Jalen Hurts work on to get better? In the business world and the corporate world, we call it a SWOT analysis. You look at your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities where you can make a huge difference and be a difference maker. And then you also look at the threats that would prevent you from reaching your goals and the things that you want to accomplish. I'm going to quickly hit a couple things that you all said that Jalen may need to work on. Johnny Lynn said that he believes that to learn to have more patience in the pocket, he needs to believe in his ability to be a great passer. He has all the others. So he's going in a synopsis. He's saying strengths. He's a leader. He's composed. He takes care of his team. The guys follow him, but he's not an elite passer. He needs to work on the passing game, and part of that working on the passing game. So his opportunity to improve, according to Johnny Lynn, is that he learns to be patient in the pocket. So that's one opportunity for Jalen to improve. Kenny Becky Hart says he needs someone who can catch the ball. So that would fall under the threat category, meaning that this person believes that if Jalen becomes an elite passer, you still got to have some receivers. So that's a threat that you don't have the receivers in the skill position around you to take up the game. David Hollingsworth said, did you have something?
Another threat, as well as the opposing defensive coordinators now being able to game plan him with a season under his belt.
Well, that's actually what got him by the end of this year, was that we didn't have the luxury of having a mature guy who we could change our game plan. So we kind of went in with very similar game plans, and as more film was out there, it was definitely a threat by the other guys to game plan around us. David Hollingsworth said his strength is his mobility and his athleticism. His weakness is his pocket presence and reading defenses. Opportunity, work on accuracy throwing on the roll when he rolls out, and play action from the pocket. So opportunity for him to get more accurate when he's rolling out, as well as also the play action passes from the pocket. Threat, he said, develop his craft, create a pocket presence. These are actually opportunities where he can get better. The threat, this should be under opportunity as well. Develop his craft, create pocket presence, become expert at reading complex defenses, make opponents respect his passing game, and finally build a great relationship with the new OC. All of those things are opportunities. The threats would be if he doesn't do those things, what's going to be the consequences. What I want to point out is I think, like many of you, his strength is who he is. And that strength that he is composed, that he stays under control. Nothing seems to flap him. He does not seem to get flustered or frustrated at anything. That is an absolute strength. And he is a playmaker. He is a gamer. When you call upon him, he can do what it needs to do to win a game. And that has been both with the pass and the run. We just didn't have to call on him very much. His weakness is that he's not a natural-born elite passer. Some guys have that natural ability to stick it in the pocket, to stick it in that place. And that's what you heard Trent Dilfer referring to when he made the comparison between Aaron Rodgers and Tua T-Square. He was saying this guy is a natural-born passer, playmaker. He can roll out. He can do all of these things that Jalen has to work on. But on the other side, he's not the same playmaker that Jalen is with his legs. So does Alabama – the question I was thinking as I was going through this, does Alabama need a playmaker, or do they need a game manager? In the past, we've only needed a game manager. With the likes of the offenses we're playing today, do we need a playmaker that can also pass the ball as well? And that's going to be the challenge. But weaknesses for Jalen is, I think, he has to, first of all, overcome the negative side of this season and how it ended. That's going to be in his head because he's going to remember the last game he played, and that could become a strength because he could use that to push him. The strength that no matter how much or how good Tua is or T-Square is, he doesn't have 15 games of experience. Yet you can't manufacture that. So that is absolutely a strength that he has that you can't duplicate.
And let's
that.
not forget another strength for Jalen Hurts that was mentioned on this station around noon yesterday on Southern Fried Sports. That locker room is still Jalen Hurts' locker room.
Oh, absolutely, and that is the biggest thing that you have is here's a guy who took his team to 14-1. When he was called on to make a play, even in the loss, he still made the play that he had to make to give his team an opportunity to win. Weakness, though, like I said, he has to become more accurate. He has to trust himself. He has to get where he can hit the ball in the middle of the field, and he has to develop a deep ball so that he can get the defense off, which will open up the running lanes for him and for the running backs, and it'll make it a lot less congested on the short passes. His opportunity to improve is simply the fact that he is a gamer. I believe he'll work on what he needs to work on. So his opportunity to get better really relies on his ability to take what they teach him and show him what he needs to do and his ability to go out and make that change. And the biggest threat is Tua. The biggest threat to Jalen not becoming the quarterback that we want him to become, Alabama wants him to become, is Tua. But guess what? That's also the reason I believe Jalen will become the quarterback, because he will thrive in competition. Tua is his biggest threat, but Tua is also his biggest opportunity to improve. I'm looking forward to a great battle this spring between these two and Mac Jones when he gets here. Alabama, you're in a good position to have a 14-1 returning sophomore and a incoming freshman that has been compared to Aaron Rodgers. Must be nice to be Alabama